here we are. The actual final episode of this game. Of this Let's Play. This has been a long ride. I started playing this April 15th. It is now August 25th. I've been at this for like 5 months. And it has been a ride. Man, where do I even begin? Let's hop over to my 100% save file and we'll start there. I made a little bit of a list, so I should hopefully not get lost in anything. I also don't know how long this video is going to be, but hopefully I do this game a little bit of justice when we're finally walking away. When you 100% the game, the castle becomes gold. The rabbits have really outdone themselves for once. I had to hand it to, oh wait, it's fake gold. Sigh. Fake gold in a kingdom full of actual gold. Yeah, it's fake gold. It's just spray paint or whatever the heck they used. Now, I did talk about this at the end of the main game, right before credits against Mega Dragon Bowser. I don't know why it showed up gold in my non-100% save file. In fact, it's still not even fully completed. But that's just kind of how it is. You also get the toads that pop up right in front of the castle. I've already heard what they said. They have different dialogue for this, but they effectively repeat themselves here. I don't mind reading the message again. Just don't let all this praise go to your head. We citizens of the Mushroom Kingdom offer our highest appreciation and utmost admiration to you, its greatest heroes. Put everything we had into this world, thank you for saving it. Wow, whoever these citizens are, they really think you're the best. I'm pretty sure they're developers. I wish someone would write me a note like that. I guess I have to wait until next time the Mushroom Kingdom is on the brink of utter destruction. Well, thankfully next time that doesn't happen. Yeah, the castle is painted gold, and that's everything else. As you can see, I don't think I've shown the castle off in a bit, but throughout the game, the more and more you play, the more stuff the rabbits add. There was the bonsai Bill stuck in underwear. You already saw the toilet Goomba. Some kites. There's a couple of things from the... Well, I think those are there automatically. I'll talk about that in a second. A couple of gears, I think... I don't know if they were there normally, or if they are indeed from Lava Pit. Some more kites, some more spikes from the Lava Pit. There's a pumpkin there that's from Spooky Trails. Those balls that are also from the Sherbet Desert. And some honey and stuff like that. Overall, you can see how the entire area changes throughout the entire game. Let's head over to the museum, finally. Because all that stuff we collected, it all added up into this. This is, yeah, literally everything we collected. There's artwork, music, which we're not going to listen to. I've already... You know, like, obviously, when you listen to music, you know. 3D models, which are the figurines I collected, and tarot cards. So, let's look at some of the artwork. This is Leafy World. Some concept art of World 1. Overall, I think it looks pretty good. Baffling blocks. There are Goombas here with mushroom hats. I don't think those actually appear in the game. There ends up being toads there. Again, it's concept art. Not everything goes through into the end. Guys are Goombas, which I'm pretty sure uses clip art here. Kind of like the Goomba in the bidet. Ancient Gardens version 0. So this is like the very, very first concept of this thing. The tower's still stuck around. There was no bridge, if I can remember correctly. We just sort of took cannons there. Overall, very good looking. Piping session. This is that building a log house joke. I can't believe I remember that. Rabbit Cone concept art. Them trying to like get an idea of how they're gonna make him essentially do a lot of his animation. He swings on vines, has barrels and stuff like that, but he doesn't actually do any of that stuff in the final game. He also has RK on his tie instead of DK. I'd love to know the history behind that. Exotic Ford. This is the... Was there a point like this? There's something like that in the concept art, but I don't think there's anything like this in game. especially because you don't see bananas until the end. Bonsai Bill moving on to the Sherbet Desert. Here he's not stuck in underwear, instead he's just buried in the sand. We have Wrecking Smasher, and reference to obviously Wrecking Ball, the song. I don't know why they actually chose a Smasher for that title, but I guess Sherbet Valkyries are a thing. Archaeosite, archaeological dig site. It's this heavily sandy area. You couldn't really see too much there, which kind of sucks because some of this concept art is kind of funny. Archeo details, just some stuff they have, you know, little props and things they have lying around. Hieroglyphics. I'm trying to see if I can spot anything. Well, I mean, I'm trying to see if I can spot anything funny, but like, you know, most of the stuff here is funny. Well, it's supposed to be like small jokes. Guy in a river with a crocodile, dancing disco, wrapped up mummy. That guy got eaten by a snake, and I think that may be a reference to Marilyn Monroe. Giant skeleton. This was like literally like a 5-second set piece. I think it's a Dragodon fossil. The giant fridge. It's a little tough to see, but it's buried in the ice there. This is when the Sherbet Desert really leads into the sherbet and starts to get frozen over. Spooky Ziggy. This is some concept art for the Spooky Ziggy. This is the design details on the back of the head. I don't think I was really able to show a lot of those off. I'm pretty sure not all of these were used, but there are a handful that were, or at least got very similar by the end. Swamp House. Again, like in the swampy area of the desert. Right before we met the Valkyrie, I'm pretty sure. The Odd Fountain. This is where the first relic was. I cannot remember what those fish are called. The big cheap chiefs there. Because it's not the one with the big lips that try to bite you. It's the one that with the spikes. The Spooky Swamp. Again, another shot of the swamp. I really love the like glowing lights in the windows. This is the Spooky Valkyrie, the concept art for the Valkyrie. Still find it funny that it did use like a freaking bra gun, but honestly, it suits it. Eerie little square. This is during like when they open one of the 3 directional paths in the from the fountain where you fight Calavera. This is like the haunted town. Opera Theater. The Opera Theater here is actually kind of interesting because here, over on the right, you can see that there was going to be some sort of thwomp enemies. Or at least rabbits wearing thwomp suits. Or, technically that's not a thwomp, that's a womp, right? Yeah, womps. And seemingly you had to jump on the back. That would have been interesting. Like, a lot of Mario enemies weren't used in this game. That is one of the complaints I hear about this thing. All the enemies are usually based on, are basically original. All the Mario aspects are usually just saved for... Yeah, you can see, got a mushroom there. All the Mario aspects are usually just saved for, stage hazards. This maybe could have been a stage hazard. You have to trip it, and then you have to stomp its back. The mine, we're in the lava pits now. Yeah, overall, a solid mine. I think it's a net full of bloopers. Oh, I get it, fried calamari. The smithy is the smithing area. Making bonsai bills, hard turtle shells, and rabbits bathing in what I'm assuming is magma. Mecha Prototype. This is one of the earlier shots of the Mecha Junior, which is interesting because I don't think I showed this off because I really couldn't. In the Mecha Junior boss fight arena, if you go back, you can actually see like plans for I think this version of the Mecha Junior. Here you can see, so has his hammer. He has a blaster here, which is different. In the end, he just has like 2 big hands. Here he has a blaster. That's the image of a sentry that he sends out. Mushroom Tunnel. This is, again, even deeper in the mines. There's a Wiggler there, which I don't think we see in the final game. Very glowy. Lava Boss version 0. I think this was the first iteration of the final boss fight. At least I assume it is. It's a giant... It sucks that it's so zoomed in because I really am curious of what this would have been like. Because it does end on the, it does end in the lava pit. I am curious if if this actually was supposed to be the final boss, or if this was just supposed to be, like, the final boss was supposed to be, like, its own area, something like that. I am curious how this fight would have played out, because it looks more like you're trying to get to the other side of it. War machines, these are, presumably what Bowser Jr. was trying to make. You can see, like, see a couple of concepts for these things throughout the lava pits. Slingshots, various different siege machines, a battle ram. Final bit we have is Bowser's Castle. Ultimately does end up kind of looking like this. Chained down, a couple of hot air balloons too. I was gonna say I think this is the first time I've ever seen Bowser's Castle ever be depicted as floating. I don't think that's true, but at the same time, I can't be 100% sure. Now we have some 3D models to look at. I can zoom in on, well, yeah, I can zoom in, but it's kind of gonna breeze past these. You have Mario, Rabbit Luigi. Alright, Peach. I don't think you actually have anything on your phone here, do you? I don't know, I keep thinking there's like Brawl Stars where they have that, like, small details like that. Garden Ziggy. These guys came in like multiple different colors. It's just one of them. The Sunflower, easily the most forgettable character in this game. Toadette. The heck? Looks like she has a hole in her back if you zoom out far enough. Toad Friends, who we do not see in the game, I'm pretty sure. White Rabbids, again, enemy, these are just like the basic rabbits we see. In the back here, we have a quick joke of, like, speak no evil, see no evil, and I'm pretty sure hear no evil, because he has his ears crossed. Garden Hopper. Rabbit Plant, this one's just like an absolute mess. I based all of the numbers' outfits on the bosses, the mid-bosses in the game. Here we have Luigi. Garden Smasher. Rabbit Kong, I really like this pose where he's jumping down. A lot of that bulk in the chest. Sherbert Ziggy. This is a detail I don't know if I brought up, but when it comes to a lot of these guys, I'm pretty sure they all try to follow like a similar design, where it's like you can still tell what it is, but each detail, like an enemy has a certain detail that carries over. Like I'm pretty sure Ziggy have like belts going around their body. Hoppers have their faces covered. Here's a Sherbert Hopper. Sherbert Smasher. Smashers, I cannot remember what theirs was. I don't know if it's something they were wearing like straps or anything like that. Using a giant chunk of ice. They also tried using like cactus in order to like represent the whole like desert part of the Sherbert Desert. Sherbert Supporter, I really love this angle. Easily some of the most craziest enemies in the game. Blizzy. I really like the like paper thin lightning they have right here. You roll it around, it looks kind of looks like it's crackling. Sandy, who was still crazy, and honestly, I completely messed her up in the art too. She doesn't actually like stand in the tornado; she's on top of it. Still a fun design. Rat Mario, still one of the most cracked characters in this game. Sherbert Buckler is still the most annoying enemy in this game. Buckler is obviously they keep their mouths covered. I completely messed that up there. Peach. Giving Peach a shotgun was easily the best thing this game did. And you're wondering, no, you can't get an upskirt shot. Not that I would even think you could. Icicle Golem. Probably a lot of people's least favorite boss, but, well, least memorable boss, but honestly, he's still one of my favorites. I love all the bosses in this game. Spooky Ziggy. Here, like I said, they have, like, tatters going around their back. Here's one of the faces. It's this kind of creepy one. Eyes in the back of their head. Spooky Supporter. Freeze bombs this time. A little vamp back. Spooky Peekaboo. Spooky Hopper, again, with their faces covered. And again, one of the few black rabbits in this game. Spooky Smasher. Again, not too sure like what the Smasher's theme is, but it could be like the chain is supposed to represent like a strap. Calavera. Squeezing the crap out of Rabbid Yoshi. That's a 10 out of 10 face there. His introduction was easily one of the best. Rabbid Yoshi. Spooky Valkyrie. Smug Stance. Spooky Buckler. Yeah, again, has his mouth covered. Has like this large bandana kind of. The Phantom. Again, another obvious one for me, a fan favorite. Little intricate patterns on his shirt you don't really see. Lava Ziggy has a chain going around his body. Little burn mark on the bottom. Lava Hopper has an entire face covered. Lava Smasher, again, not too sure what the theme is here, but there's something at the very least. Lava Valkyrie has black Koopa shells for armor. And Bowser Jr.'s little insignia there for the little piece right there. Lava Buckler. Again, has his mouth covered. It's a little hard to tell because like his bandana's white, but it's also white. Really hunched over this one. Didn't even realize that. Lava Supporter, giant. That would be a nut. Yes, a nut going around his neck. Lava Peekaboo. Peekaboo made of lava. Mecha Jr. This is again what he ends up looking like at the end. Yoshi showed up real late in the game, but still, I think I gave him a good enough spotlight. Wario. I love this little dynamic shot of him actually like blasting the Gatling gun. Waluigi is a little worse, but at the same time, what you gotta do? Lava Queen. Kinda wish like fire was like literally rising up. Has Bowser's insignia on her back instead of Bowser Jr.'s. Mega Dragon Bowser has no right to be as badass as it looked. It's so simple, yet so efficient. Then we have the Mega Bug. And last but not least, we have Spawny being hugged by Princess Peach. Still my favorite rabbit in the game. Moving on to tarot cards. I'm not too sure. They're titles for these things, but I'm going to completely butcher most of them, I'm pretty sure. I'm not too sure how a tarot card reading works. This one, if this one I'm correct, is actually a reference to one of the more popular Rabbid. Well, I mean, this is easily one of the most popular ones there, but this is a reference to Rabbids Go Home. This is a game for the Wii. It was fairly crazy and hectic. I mean, it was crazy and hectic. I've seen gameplay of it. I never got a chance to play it myself. We did see some of these tarot cards and spooky trails. So, in case any of these look familiar, you may actually see them. RKB. Rabbids Kingdom Battle? Probably. Again, I'm not really too sure how a tarot card reading works. And that's the final one, Monday. Now, we gotta talk about some weapons, because this is gonna be a really insane part about this thing. So, in the game, there is a lot of weapons you can get. Each weapon basically increases your damage. You guys know this, right? I tried to buy every single weapon in the game. I have all of Mario's. I have all of his hammers. Rad Peach is the same. I tried getting all of her. I tried getting all her sentries, and I tried getting all of her blasters. Hang on, just so I don't try like a chain here. Rabbid Luigi is when I stopped because I kind of noticed something. I did the math to figure out how many gold coins it would take me to buy literally everyone's weapon. Rabbid Luigi would cost 10,310 coins to get all of his. Luigi's would be 18,240 coins to get all his primaries and secondaries. Rad Mario's would be 20,760 coins to get all of his primary and secondaries. Princess Peach would be 16,210 coins to get all of her primaries and secondaries. Rabbid Yoshi would be 14,555 coins in order for me to get all of these too. And last but not least is Yoshi's with the ludicrous 22,900 coins to get everything. In total, for me to finish off my entire weapon catalog, I would need 102,970 coins. The fastest grinding method I have discovered is when you face on Calavera. In his fight, there are... Actually, I'm probably better off showing you there, so I'll be there in a second. Okay, so here we are. This is the fastest grinding method I could find. So we're gonna switch Rabbid Luigi out for Luigi. This is the absolute fastest grinding method I could find. You start off with an Empower. Use Luigi's itchy feet. And depending on your luck with Rat Peach, that'll dictate the rest. So you can have her dash these three. Put her right here. Then send out her Sentry. This one has Bounce on it. Or, yeah, no, Push. It has Push on it. There's a 60% chance to crit. If it does crit, it's going to dictate everything. It doesn't. So we do lose out on 15 coins here. We'll have Mario go up, stomp Calavera, and then land right here behind him. Before we do that, we're gonna have Luigi go over here and blow up these two. If he was pushed, he would land in a spot that's actually in that area for that sentry to get, and you can have Mario stomp on Calavera and then land in front of this Peekaboo. Blast that in order to get an extra 15, Luigi would finish off Calavera. But we didn't get that luck, so instead we're gonna have Mario hammer Calavera here. This gets us a golden shot, an extra 15 coins. Like that, we beat him. And upon beating him, we get an extra 500 coins. I did the math. So, because of load times and things like that, this takes about 2 minutes to get these coins. Each time takes about 2 minutes. So, over the course of 10 minutes, you can get about 545 coins. Over the course of 10 minutes. Or, over the course of an hour, you can get 32,700 coins. With the absolute worst luck. Meaning that it would be possible for me to get 102,970 coins over about 3 hours of grinding, but doing that for 3 hours would absolutely be the death of me. Like, it's in theory possible, but, like, that's gonna take way too long. I don't know if I showed this off yet, but, hang on. We go all the way to the front, we can see the Rat Peach statue. Well, if all this didn't go to her head before, it certainly will now. Yep. She's basically the mascot of this game. Other than that, I think I covered almost everything that's here. I'm going to come back to something later. But we can safely move on to the DLC, we're going to be talking about some things there. That's weird. This is not supposed to be 100% yet. I was supposed to leave it slightly off of 100%. Please tell me it's not like another bug. I didn't copy the save file or anything. This is exactly where I left it. Okay, good. It's exactly where I left it. Back here. So, Donkey Kong DLC. I already talked about this before. It was designed to be a sequel to the main game. And I still do think they did a really good job. Rabbid Cranky, Donkey Kong, absolutely great character control. So much of it, like, there's something we'll be talking about later, but really do love these two characters. Let's go to this museum, which should take a lot less time than the main one. Shipwreck Cove. I have not seen this concept art in a while, actually. This is where Rat, Peach, and Beepo were stranded at first. I think that was an early design of the door to the jungle. The Twin Totems. Down there, you can just barely see Rabbid Cranky and Rabbid Peach and Beepo. That's right before we got to Side-Eye Sanctuary right here. A lot more empty this time. Rabbit Cranky's also on Donkey Kong's back. I don't know if he was supposed to carry him around through the game instead of Beepo or what. Music scales. This is during the Lagoon, I believe. That was an early design of the pipe organ. They changed it. Well, yeah, they changed it at the end. The Crab Yard. This is where we fought Finn. These shots are like just don't have to go that hard. The Jungle Palette. I think it's called. This is what we see in the loading screen if you back out of the Donkey Kong DLC. See Rabbit Kong's there. The Climbers. I don't actually recognize this. This again, all this is concept art. I don't remember any of this. I don't remember this being a part of the game. Bride on the Vine. This is the gateway right before Rabbit Kong with the weird puzzle. Looks like it's supposed to be a lot smaller than what they ended up going with, but still. Wadhana Hanamani Temple. This is the end of the jungle with the Megabug pool right there. Old Smuggler's Cave. This is the dungeon. Jump, Rabbids Jump. This is concept art of that one part of the. I think it was the jungle where you had like these two rabbits reenacting the original Mario. Well, I guess till it was Donkey Kong game. Yeah, that one guy was cheating. Battle of Rabbit Kong. This is again does not have to be this intense for this reason. Music, we're sadly going to have to skip. But there is a detail here that if I do click play and, well, talk over a little bit, on the bubbles you can see the trio playing some instruments. I'm having to, like, ramble here. I've seen Donkey Kong, Donkey Kong, there's a couple of them. Yeah, each one has a different instrument. I don't remember if they, I don't think they have that in the main game of Kingdom Battle. I also completely forgot how intense this track was. Figures, we got 3D models, we have Rabbid Peach with heart-shaped sunglasses. Donkey Kong with his banana ring, which is literally just a banana. Rabbid Cranky with his boom bow. I don't know if I mentioned this, but his actual cane changes depending on what weapon you have equipped. Has freeze here because I assume the grump jump because he doesn't actually utilize freeze in his basic attack. Tropical Collector. Again, guys with backpacks are just crazy. Tropical Ziggy. I don't know if I brought this up during the main game, but this is probably the first enemy to have a male and female counterpart. The male ones have like the regular band going around their body, while the females have like a. I don't actually. It could just be a yellow cloth bra and a little. I would say grass skirt, but it's a really bad skirt. Tropical Smasher. Again, that image is just hilarious there. Tropical Hopper. Well, this one's face isn't as covered, but it's still somewhat covered with the coconut. Side-Eye, big bulky dude. Shark Fine on a stick, living hat. Tropical Buckler. This is probably the most we've ever seen of Buckler's mouth. It's a little hard to tell, but there is something there. It's really tiny. Tropical Summoner. The whole graphic doesn't change. It's just like that the entire way through. Again, it's essentially a supporter, so it still has the backpack and a little ring around the neck. Finn, missing an eye, completely covered in kelp and stuff. Has a surprisingly good ass. That is big. Tropical Smuggler, run off with bad bananas. I mean, the awesome thing is it's entirely full. Really wish I drew bad bananas better, because the ones I drew on numbers does not look good. Mega Rabbit Kong has that graphic still in the back. Has no right to be as badass as he looks. And the Island Diorama. This is... You get this, I'm pretty sure once you unlock the Mega Bug Gate, it's everybody relaxing. Rabbid Peach is absolutely slobbering on Rabbit Kong's chest. We're all still doing good here. Now, the reason I was a little concerned that if this save file was 100% completed or not, because this is the second save file, but not on my first one, is if you go into this, there is one left weapon I intentionally did not buy. I think it was Peaches. Yeah, it's this one. Bought it. We exit out, and the laboratory becomes gold. Yeah, I guess they thought it was a lot more reasonable to get all the weapons here. It's basically all the money you get during, like, you complete all the challenges. You basically have enough cash to get everything. All the weapons and stuff, still good. There's tons of Donkey Kong references in the actual weapons. This one is a reference to Squawks. I don't think he actually is a macaw, but I mean, I could be wrong. All these, I think, are just... I don't think there's anything here. There's probably something in the... probably something like a little flavor text here. I recommend you guys do read it. It is kind of funny. Let's see. There is... Here we go. This is, yeah. Based on Ungard, it says there in the little flavor text. The only alien buddy I'm pretty sure to appear in all three games. No references to Donkey Kong Country 3, I don't think. We have Frankies, who... Yeah, Espresso. Can't really identify anybody else. I think this is based on... Yeah, Winky. The frog. Easily one of the most forgettable ones. And our classic Donkey Kong barrel. Overall, still good. This DLC, again, was great. Definitely worth spending the extra cash. I think now we're ready to head back to the main game in order to finish off a lot of two-player stuff. Okay, the Amiibo R&D. So there are 4 Amiibo that you can scan in... Well, there are 4 Amiibo that you can scan. You can get 8 weapons total. If you get a Mario Amiibo, you get a weapon for Rabbid Mario and Mario. The Luigi Amiibo for Rabbid Luigi and Luigi. Peach Amiibo for Peach and Rabbid Peach. And Yoshi Amiibo for the Yoshis. I don't actually know what those weapons are called, and the name escapes them for me right now. I may either hold up an image or actually put the text on screen for you guys. Back over here we have the Bunny Dome. I talked about this, I said I was going to do it, but ultimately I don't think I am. Bunny Dome is a two-player mode for the game. I have, thankfully, my Switch Joy-Con controller over here. Yeah, I had to do basically all these challenges on by myself. Originally, I was actually going to do the hard mode of a lot of these things. As you can see, I have most of them completed. But I opted against it because... I mean, like I said, I wasn't actually going to be doing all these challenges. If you have a friend that is interested in this game and you both actually know how to play, it could be a fun time. I played them with my brothers. They don't really... This game doesn't really vibe with them. They're not really those kind of players. But that's not the last two-player thing we have to discuss here before I end the video. We have Versus Mode. Versus Mode is a two-player mode that has 2 players going against each other. If I'm correct, this was added like, yeah. This was added like a couple of months after the game released. Not really easy to find anyone who will play this. Again, I play this with my brothers too. They don't really like it. Don't actually intend to sit here and go through this. In Versus Mode, you can pick 2 of the same character, similar to the other 2-player events. Well, except in the Bunny Dome, you can't pick the same characters. Here, you are free to choose. Each character has fixed stats. And they also have 3 different types you can play with. There's this all-purpose. Mario here has Quick Draw, Big Stomp, and everyone's essentially like this. It can, like I said, this can be fun if you know somebody who indeed knows this game. If you want to see actual people playing Versus Mode, I recommend watching Koopa Kung Fu. They have an entire Let's Play going over basically everything in this game. You can go to them if you want to see any of the 2-player stuff. I should have a link in the description for their channel if you want to check it out. I'm not really too sure why this was added so late. But again, it's another way to escape Mario if you want. In versus mode, there's a couple of things, like such as action tickets. It goes really in depth. There are action tickets, collection boxes, showtime, things like that. A bunch of stuff went into this, and I wouldn't really say it's half-baked at all. Obviously, once you select that, you come back here to the main menu. And overall, that should be it for this game. Again, I'm not really showing up two-player stuff, but yeah, that should be everything for this game. Outside of a couple of DLC download content things, I guess I can show these off real quick. I already have it. You get the Pixel Pack, the Steampunk Pack, Ultra Challenges Pack, that's the other thing I was talking about. Donkey Kong Adventure, and that's all of it. I was not expecting this game to take me that long. I like had a comment on my recent video saying still playing this game, and admittedly he is right, or she, I don't know their gender. This took way longer than I was expecting. I talked about this in the beginning, and part of me is kind of sad that I am ending it, but another part of me knows that very well that I need to get this over with. We're not diving directly into Sparks of Hope right after this. I'm gonna release a couple of videos and probably a whole nother Let's Play before I tackle that one. But if you're interested in seeing me play that, please subscribe. I'm actually really close on the cusp of cracking 100. My main goal is to hit 1,000. And I'm really glad you guys enjoyed this series. I experienced so much growth during this Let's Play. Mario Wonder was already doing pretty well close to the end, especially when I came back to it. And then playing this game really did show me that a lot of people still have a lot of interest in this game. Okay, I guess that just leaves one last question. Is the sequel gonna be better than this one? I feel like a lot of people already know, but I'll tell you my opinion when we get there. Till next time, stay cool.